This is TWiT.
I was looking at one of Vermeer's pictures called The Music Lesson.
Beautiful painting.
And it spoke to me. It said, I am a photograph. But there were no cameras back then. So there's been a lot of speculation about how painters could have gotten the shapes right and the perspective right by tracing a projection. You know?
Right.
You can set up a simple lens and it projects onto a flat surface, and of course you can go in and trace that. But I suspected that Vermeer was tracing not only the shapes but the colors.
Because they're so accurate.
Yes, and it turns out the human eye is incapable of seeing what Vermeer painted. And here's the way that works. There's a white wall in the back of his painting.
Mm-hmm.
When we look at a white wall, our brain and our retinas tend to interpret it as a solid color, even though it's infinite shades.
Yeah.
And it's happening right in our retina. There's image processing going on inside our retina.
Not it's actually in the eye.
Yeah, and it's this local contrast enhancement that's going on that helps us see into shadows. So evolutionarily, it helped us avoid prey, avoid predators, and see prey.
Right. It's a motion detector.
It's a motion detector also, but it's also just trying to eliminate the effect of shadows.
Right.
Well, these walls that Vermeer painted had accurate shadows.
And they shouldn't.
They shouldn't. You can't see them. His contemporaries would make a lame attempt at putting a shadow on, but Vermeer nailed it just the way a video camera sees it. And that's what got me going. And I go, there must have been a machine he could have used to do that. It's the only explanation. So I went home and I did this experiment on my kitchen table, where I propped up a photograph, and I put a panel down flat on the table to paint on, and I set up this mirror at a 45-degree angle, tiny mirror on a stick. So I'm looking down in the mirror, and in the reflection in the mirror, I see the photograph. If I look off the edge of the mirror, I see my panel down on the table. I took some paint and I put it on the panel. And now, right at the edge of the mirror, I can compare those two colors very accurately. Oh, wait, that is way too bright. Mix in some black.
Wow.
Okay? Once you've got it mixed and it's the proper color, the edge of the mirror goes away. So if it's too bright, you can see the edge of the mirror. If it's too dark, you can see the edge of the mirror. If it's exactly right, you can't see the edge of the mirror. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It is not subjective at all. It's objective. You are a photo sensor.
It's mechanical. Here's an image of Tim doing this from a photograph. This is from the movie Tim's Vermeer.
Yeah, this is that first test I did. My daughter walked by with her digital camera and took a picture of it. So that picture vertically there.
So the mirror is attached to your glasses?
No.
Oh, you're looking through it.
The mirror is glued to a mic stand.
I see.
And I'm looking down into it, and you see there that on the table that I've made an exact copy of that photograph. This is the very first oil painting I have ever done.
You're not an artist. You're not a painter.
I'm not an artist. I've never painted in my life. And
that's quite amazing.
And it works so well, I go, okay, I'm onto something here. So I started Googling. I figured somebody in the world has figured this out. So I Googled for a day, I Googled for a week, I Googled for weeks. I Googled in other languages, German, Dutch, Italian, Latin, you know, looking for speculum, I'm looking for Spiegel, I'm looking for Kunst, I'm looking for all these words that relate to artists and mirrors. And I found a lot of stuff, but not that.